Hey guys, so a lot of time ago, I used to store all my passwords in browsers. But since I had a lot of browsers, which made all the passwords very unorganized, these are the reasons I always wanted a password manager. So, I created Laukey v0.1. It was a password manager that I simply vibe coded. Worst mistake ever. And it was very bad. The reason was being it was very hard to use, everything was very unorganized, and resulted in a lot of cluttering of passwords. And also, the source code was a mess that made it hard to change anything in the code to make it at least usable. And on top of that, the UI was not also something special. I actually do not care if the UI is not good, but it should be usable, and in Laukey v0.1, it was neither that. So, I just abandoned the project for some time. But recently, I got some time that I can use on Laukey to make it better, so I decided to make the next version of it, where I will write the entire codebase from scratch. And will design the UI and will try to fix everything that I was not able to fix the first time. So, I created a new folder, and I decided I will build the back end in Rust and the front end in React. And since I will use Tori, which is used to make modern applications, it is similar to Electron, but it is very faster and written in Rust, so it is very lightweight and bloat-free, which was also ideal for my project. And now I had one more problem. Well, you see, in the previous version, I didn't use any database. I just created a JSON file and stored every password in that with some security that I don't even understand, since, as I said, it was vibe-coded. So this time, I picked an SQL database. The reason for that was it is not complex, and while storing passwords, I just need to store 5 values for it: name, website, username, password, and a note if it's given. And for any passwords, I just needed this, so I picked SQLite for it. I found a cool library in Rust that I used to build the database backend. Now comes the security part. As I said earlier, I don't know how it managed security in the previous version, but in this one, I created a system where the user will initially create a master password and the application will save its hash. So even if later the hash got leaked, it would be almost impossible to crack the hash and retrieve the passwords. And when the user saves the password info, it will encrypt the password and then save it to the database. So when the user opens Laukey next time, they have to first give the master password. Then the program will check whether it matches the stored hash. If it does, it will decrypt the password from the database and will show it. Now for the UI, my idea was to make it as minimal as possible. For that, I took some inspiration from BitLocked, which is also a password manager, and designed something like that. But soon I realized, I am not good at UI. Lol. So I tried to use vibe coding, but I controlled everything. Each component generated was later post-customized to match the theme of the UI, and I tried to make it as minimal as possible. So then I added dark mode and import-export features, and then customized the themes, and Laukey was almost finished. And for post-development, I created a logo for Laukey, created an endpoint that it can fetch to check for any new updates, then I created a simple site page and published it for anyone to download, and also published the source code on GitHub for anyone to check it out. If you guys tried out Laukey, let me know in the comments or join our Discord for fun and stuff.